Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of Arkham Horror, the second edition. Thanks again for all your awesome comments, and also especially a huge shout out again to Paul Catweasel for confirming that I apparently did things right in respect to the monster search, and I also figured out why my rulebook simply sucks. Yes, it's basically the first printing of the rules, and I did have the German version with the revised rule set. And after checking out the online version of the revised rule set for the English version, it really seems some of the clarifications already went in there. So that's why I'm a little bit confused. So that's why, again, also the board is dark and everything. I think there were no real major goofs whatsoever. I think I don't really need to undo anything. Again, yeah, I forgot to do roll for the blessing die at least once or twice for Sister Mary, but I will hopefully remember that as of now. And I guess with that being said, we should be able to move on. I think Bob again will be the starting player this round, and I'm relatively happy with the majority of his abilities down there, again with a focus limit of 1. That's a limiting tape, but I think we only need 2 speed this round, so we might as well up our sneak value here accordingly. And the idea is to move to the Black Cave, grabbing the 2 clues there, and I think for him that's basically all. Let's move to Sister Mary, and again, yeah, let's untap the alchemical process here. I think I'm not going to use it right now because we have money and we don't want to basically lose more sanity than we need to actually. So I think she's in a good shape, and I think that's really all for her, other than of course rolling the blessing die here. And I think I will use my die actually, because I know if I roll a 1 here, basically my J place symbol, then yeah, I'm pretty much losing that blessing. So let's really hope to not see it again. So let's bring out the trusted die tower. Let's roll that die, and that's a 5. I take it. Awesome. We will put it back, so we are allowed to keep our blessing over to Michael McGlenn, who is in a good spot to defeat this Lang Spider down here. And maybe also opening up this gate, the City of the Great Race. That's an interesting one. In order to get there, he would need 1, 2, 3 movement. Yeah, that's not a problem for him. But the thing is, he doesn't really have an awful lot of clues, basically only 1. And this monster search at this point in time was bad. So maybe I really should have used, what was it? The Elder Sign pendant from Bob Jenkins. I think I should have prevented that monster search, because with that, Sister Mary could move in there. And I think in this version, you cannot trade clue tokens actually between the characters. So that's certainly a problem, and you are getting sucked into the gate. There is no optional thing, you have to go there when you are in a location with a gate later on. The same is true if that's happening when you are where you are, actually. So I think that's really a bummer. That is really a bummer. Should I still risk it just to do some monster control? And again, he might still be able to close that gate. That's still helpful to some extent, but I don't know. I mean, in theory, I can have them both enter the gate. But that's wasteful. That is really wasteful. Then 2 folks are basically stuck at the same gate. Yeah, I think I have to wait 1 more round actually before I'm doing stuff. So I could now, that's a good point actually. We could, in fact, move him here, for example, just to prepare stuff for him. On the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, she could also move there to Yugoth, but that's Yugoth is a much more difficult gate to close actually. So that's also not great. So maybe we have her move 1, 2, 3 just to give him another clue. Maybe that's the better deal. Yeah, sorry for my back and forth, but that is tough, and I think I need to make these decisions off camera in future. But I guess ultimately I still need to make a decision on his stuff, what he's doing now during the upkeep. There's nothing else for the upkeep. No. I think let's up the fight again for now for his 1 focus, and I think that's basically it. I didn't do anything for Sister Mary. Again, that was why I was looking for what he was doing, if I would increase her speed, but I think there is no reason to do that just yet. No. Okay, then I guess let's move into the movement phase. We are starting with Bob Jenkins into the Black Cave. That was the idea. He's now at 6 clues. That's definitely not nothing. Sister Mary, he's next. She's next, yeah. 1, 2, 3 into the science building. The question is, do I want her or do I want Michael there? That's the thing. Do I want him? Or do I want to go to maybe some of the other locations? We could go to the ye old magic shop. She has the money. Do a prep round or so. Yeah, let's do that for her. 1 and 2. Yes. And Michael is moving 1, 2 spaces into the science building here, grabbing himself his second clue. That's at least something. Yeah, I like that. No, I think that was good. We are starting with our encounter phase here at the Black Cave. So let's see what he gets. You stumble upon a pocket of bad air. Okay, coughing. You struggle to stagger free. Make a will -1 check. If you pass, nothing happens. Ooh, okay, that's a bad one. His will is 4, which is okay. So he's rolling 3 dice, but these are the crappy encounters which don't give you anything, right? He has a 4 -1, that's 3. Yes. And yes, that's good enough. So nothing happens. Okay, I have to take it. I mean, he was going there to grab the clue. So overall, it's still a win, I guess. And for Sister Mary, instead of having a normal encounter here, she's going for the magic lessons. Instead of having an encounter here, you may pay $5 to draw 2 spells, keep one of them and discard the other. So she still has $3 left afterwards. So I still think that this is worth it. So let's see what we get. The Spectral Razor, I think that's a nice one actually. Yeah, it gives you basically +X to a combat check, and X is the number of successes times 2. Nice. And Call the Azure Flame. Nothing to do with the cloud, I hope. You may cast an exhaust to take an Azure Flame special card. Okay, if this card is exhausted at the start of your upkeep phase, you may pay 1 sanity to keep it from refreshing. Oof, yeah, no. I think the Spectral Razor is pretty helpful for her because it simply gives her additional combat strength, and I think giving her some self-defense is not a bad thing. So, yeah, let's get rid of the Call the Azure. Not even sure if I should be allowed to have this spell in here, but okay. I will grab it. Awesome. And here in the science building, unfortunately, we don't have 5 toughness actually worth of monster trophies, or 1 gate trophy. Yeah, we have a monster trophy of 3, unfortunately. And that's the cool piece again about this version of the game. Again, you can trade in your trophies for stuff, for useful stuff in the end. I mean, getting 2 clue tokens, that's huge. No, in this case, I think we are simply going with a standard encounter. We have to go with a standard encounter. So we are here at the Miskatonic University at the Science Building. Despite your sense of larger forces influencing your actions, more rational minds convince you that there is such blessing as curses. Discard any blessing or curse cards you have. Oof. I'm kind of happy I didn't walk there with Sister Mary, actually. So that's okay. Basically, nothing happens for him. But yeah, makes perfect sense. Highly thematic. Really like this card a lot, actually. But okay then, that was a pretty uneventful encounter phase. Not really a lot of things happen. I mean, this one spell, maybe. Let's see what, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised, right? We knew what was coming here. So first of all, we have to spawn a new gate at the Black Cave. That was basically, not ideal because, we are basically spawning a gate to Yugoth, which goes in, it immediately sucks in Bob Jenkins, unfortunately. So he's moving to Yugoth over here, but because he's so surprised, he is pretty much delayed. So he's not automatically moving from one space to the next. So he really has to have his encounters there. Basically, you have to go for two stages in Yugoth in order to close that gate. I think, yeah, we have to bring out a new Doom marker onto the scenario sheet of Azathoth. He's now at 4. And of course, we have to basically spawn a monster. Let's see if we get something more streamlined. Hound of Tindalos. That's another nasty one, I believe. Yeah, physical immunity even. And not resistance, immunity. So you can only hurt it with a magic weapon, basically. And when it moves, the Hound of Tindalos moves directly to the nearest investigator inside a location in Arkham, other than the hospital or the asylum. Okay, but you have to be in a location, not on a street space. And okay, when does it move? Okay, it does not move on this card at least. That's maybe somewhat of a relief, I guess. Yeah. Let's spawn the clue, which according to the Mythos card appears at Hip's Roadhouse. bringing it to 2 there too, though that's definitely nice. These locations with 2 or more clues, these are absolutely invaluable. And then we are dealing with the movement, and only pluses and the crescent moon moves, and I think we don't have any of those actually. No, we don't, and I have to remove one of my reminder crystals here. That's basically for me for the monster limit in Arkham, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 should be here. So yes, there is 1 left, and then we are moving to the outskirts. Yeah. Okay, that was the monster movement. Let's deal with our first environmental effect. Sunny and clear. Sneak checks in Arkham are made at a -1 penalty. So we are basically more visible to the monster, so that's not good. Will checks in Arkham, though, are made at a +1 bonus because the weather is nice, we are in a good mood. Nice. If the Haunter in Darkness is in play, no it's not, return it to the cup. If the Haunter in Darkness enters play, return it to the cup and draw a different monster. Yeah, okay. Makes also perfect thematic sense. So this is now really a card we have to remember. Let me think about where to place it, and I think then we can basically move into the next round. Okay, let's move the first player marker to System Mary. Do I want to do the alchemical process this round? I think not. No. The thing is, how much movement do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we are going for 4 movement, her sneak value is basically non-existent, which is okay because I think there is a good chance we might make it through a gate actually. And if we're losing that one, it's really not the end of the world. So I guess we are actually increasing, or we leave it here. Or do we go for more will actually? I think that is okay. So we are moving our... Oh no, we already did that. Sorry, stupid me. I only have 1 focus. What am I talking? No, we have to leave everything as it is. And yeah, then we have to roll for the will. For the blessing. What am I talking about? That's a 4. I take it. You can continue to roll that way, though she's still blessed. And yeah, that's basically her upkeep. And then it's Michael, who I guess... 1, 2, 3. I think he needs 4 movement actually. So we are upping our movement now. Again, making more or less of a prep turn for something next round or so, for his next action phase, next movement phase, that is. And again, he doesn't have anything, no. And last but not least, we are checking Bob Jenkins. I mean, he's delayed, so his speed is not really, but I think we can leave his sneak value where it is. The question is, do we want to change something here? The balanced one down here, I kind of like that actually. Here between 3 and 4, I really don't know actually. I really don't know. I think I'll leave everything as it is. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Okay, then let's move to some movement. Let's move to some movement. Strangely worded stuff. And as we have increased Sister Mary's movement to 4, she should be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, making it here to the Night Gaunt. And when you're losing against a Night Gaunt, you are basically sucked into a gate. So I think overall, nothing really left to lose there. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we have to engage the monster. In theory, I could try to evade it, but it's because of the sunny and clear, it's already a -1, so that would be a -3. Right now, our sneak is a 1, so yeah, not really happening. So I think we are going to fight this fella. So we are going for a horror check of a -1, actually, which would be 2 dice for her in the end, right? No, her will is actually increased because, yeah, she has this skill card here. So that's in fact 3 dice, but overall the sanity hit is not really that worrisome. So let's roll some dice. And yeah, wow, massive, massive. Another epic one. So she's not suffering here. Now for the damage now. I mean, win or lose, it doesn't really matter too much because, again, we are not losing anything. When you fail a combat check against Night Gaunt, you are drawn through the nearest gate. Yeah, and we are not delayed. Then we could still try to close it. -2 is not easy, but we can, I think, with either fight or will, we can close it anyway. So we should be in okay shape. And will for her would work because of her skill. So I think, yeah, I mean, her fight right now is a 1. I could now, whatever, spend the Holy Water. I could go for the Spectral Razor, but I think I will simply accept my defeat. And I guess, yeah, we are also basically moving to Yugoth. Yep, in here. She's not delayed. That's at least something. Then we have Michael. What was for movement, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we are moving him up to the graveyard. There could be clues waiting for us. I think that's not a bad thing. On the other hand, no, let's move him here. That's fine. That's fine. And he wants to really make sure whatever getting stuff and whatever defeating monsters or so. But I think for now I want to keep him in Arkham. Not sure if that's good or not, but I will play it this way. And last but not least, we have Bob Jenkins' movement, so he will simply stand up. Easy as that. And then we are basically moving into the Arkham encounter phase first. And we directly start with Michael, as he is the only one in Arkham right now because Sister Mary was sucked into the gate as part of her movement. And yeah, he's here at the graveyard. The tombs of the dead keep silent as you explore the graveyard. However, you find the remains of something natural. Draw 1 monster trophy at random from the cup. Amazing. Oh, okay, this could be it. So if we get now a good monster, we could bring it back to the science building for more clues. I mean, that's cool. That's a Gnopke. With a toughness of 2. Awesome. This brings us in total to a toughness of 5. So we can do a lot of stuff with 5 toughness. Nice, 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 nice. Awesome encounter for him. After the Arkham encounter, we are moving into the Otherworld encounter phase and starting with Sister Mary, who still holds the first player marker. And I think I will spare you the hassle of going through the deck and finding the right gate here, basically what's corresponding to this color here. So it's either a blue or a yellow one. And here we have, in fact, one that belongs to Yugoth. The strange fungi pour their knowledge into the brain case where your mind is imprisoned. Take 2 clue tokens, but you are reduced to 1 sanity. Oh, I would love to see May here. But yeah, that's not gonna happen here. I mean, 2 clues are nice, but wow, getting down, we are pretty much losing 4 sanity for the price of 2 clue tokens. I mean, we could now seal 2 gates in a row, but yeah, first of all, we have to heal somewhere. Wow, that is so tough. Poof. Wow, that was not bad. I mean, we got the clue, we survived it somehow, but still, this did hurt. And then we are dealing with the next encounter, also Yugoth here. Help me! The voice comes from a cylinder containing a human brain. You may search the skill deck for the lore card. If you take it, you lose 2 sanity. I mean, yeah, I know what the lore card is. It gives basically 2 lore, but do I want to lose 2 sanity for that? Because that's really a May. I mean, +1 lore is not bad, but for him, I mean, it could be 1 more die. Right now he's still at 4, but I don't know. I mean, there could be still more encounters coming now, which would require lore. I mean, yeah, let's spend it. Let's spend it, yeah. We will keep the lore. I mean, getting those skill cards is pretty huge. But again, this means we are going down to 2 sanity overall. Pretty sure it's a stupid idea, but for whatever reason, I like it anyway. And I think those were all of our encounters, both in Arkham and Yugoth in this case. So let's discard those. Let's draw our next Mythos card, the Chill of the Grave. We have another gate at the Unvisited Isle, and a clue appears at the Science Building. So this is double good for Michael Magellan, actually. But okay, let's deal with the gate first, which goes to the Unvisited Isle, the city of the Great Race. Let's not forget to place our Doom marker, bringing Othertos to his 5th Doom marker already out of 14. Okay, let's draw a monster for the city of the Great Race, and that's a wow, a normal cultist. Wow, what are the chances? Cool stuff. which means that's basically the last monster for Arkham, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, indeed. And yeah, let's not forget the clue which goes to the science building. So he could move back and trade in the 5 trophies for 2 clue tokens. So that's definitely something worth to consider. Nice, but then we have the monster movement, and now we do actually have a monster with a crescent moon, which is the cultist here. I believe all the others are still not triggered. And that's really the main confusing part about, or what we really easily lose track actually. But in this case, yeah, the cultist simply moves into the merchant district for now. Not a big deal. And then I think, yeah, we have to replace our environment card because the Chill of the Grave is a mystic environment effect and you can always ever have one environment card in play. All undead monsters have their toughness increased by 1. And I think, I don't really know if we have undead no, I think we don't. Really don't. Not, I think not even the warlock. No, he's not. He's not undead. Okay, I guess this could have been much worse. Let's replace that card here accordingly. And I think that's pretty much the end of the second round for this video. And I think, again, I will keep things a little bit slow at a very gentle pace just to give you guys and gals some opportunities to whatever make me aware of any goofs, and also helps me to whatever try to remediate or mitigate stuff that I whatever catch during editing or so. Again, if I really go too far, then the chances are I will not be able to take back any goofs, at least not that easily. And yeah, huge shout out to all of my patrons and channel members out there. Again, really do absolutely appreciate all your support. You are a really amazing bunch. If you want to support my channel, you will find a link to my page on Patreon. You can directly join here on YouTube, my community, by clicking that little join button there. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, everything helps. And yeah, with that being said, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.